That's it. All right, guys, welcome. And welcome to iSee109 cooking edition. All right, so I'm about to make some Japanese udon noodles. Okay, so we'll take two. Yep. Nice. So we're about to make a Japanese dish. Okay, some udon noodles. I prefer to eat udon. I mean, I like ramen. I like udon. A couple of weeks ago, I bought some udon noodles, and I'm gonna prepare them now. Very, very simple. So here's what I have. My ingredients. I bought some udon noodles here. As long as they're udon, I mean, I don't have a preference for the brand. It's just the udon noodle. Some dried shiitake mushrooms right here. All right. This is a fish. I think it's tuna, dried tuna shavings. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to make my base or my broth. Right. Got some meat here, some beef, some shabu shabu beef to go right here. Shallots, right? Some green onions. Gonna slice those up to give it a nice flavor and also a nice look, so it looks very professional. All right. Because I'm making my own base, I've got my mirin right here. This is sake. This is cooking sake right here. What else? I don't think I'll be using this, but this is some rice vinegar. This is just another Japanese ingredient that I have around, so whatever. Some Kikkoman soy sauce, right? Oh, and then some seaweed, right? This is gonna help make the base. All right. So basically, I'm gonna put the seaweed, the dried tuna, some soy sauce, some mirin. I'm gonna put that all together in some water. That's gonna form the base. I'll add the shiitake mushrooms as well for flavor, and that's it. And once I'm finished with that, I'm gonna add the udon noodles, the meat, and I'm gonna garnish the udon with some shallots, and that's it. All right, so let's go. All right, guys, so on the back burner, I've placed the broth, and in the front burner, just some water. We've got the water boiling. That's where we're gonna put the noodles, and then we're gonna transfer the noodles to the broth. But the broth has to be strained, and I don't have a strainer. So we're gonna transfer this broth, and you see that? We're gonna transfer this broth into a bowl. Using our forks so that the seaweed, the mushrooms, and the ingredients and the like will stay in the pot rather than enter the bowl. So we're going to transfer from there into a nice bowl like so. All right. This is what improvisational cooking looks like. We've tasted the broth and it's delicious. So, you know, as far as taste goes, it's going to be pretty good. As far as the presentation and so forth and so on, don't do this. Don't do it this way at home. Before I begin to cut these shallots or scallions, incense. This is a little blessing I'd like to do. I want to put this in here in the kitchen. You may not like it, but I do. I don't mind it. Nice little incense burning. All right. I'm going to use my marathon lighter right here, as you can see. Yep. And get that light going. Yep. There we go. All right. That might confuse the senses, right? Because we have this incense going and we have the flavors and the smells. But hey, that's a little spiritual element that I like to add to all of this, so that it gives me peace of mind, so I don't worry too much about effing this all up. All right, so here we go. We're gonna cut these shallots at an angle, I guess. All right, now that our water is boiling, we're going to transfer the udon noodles into the water. So we need to cut the package open to put it in there. All right, the noodles are coming along nicely. They're separating. Yep. Shortly, we'll be able to remove them from the water. All right, guys, this part is going to be a little tricky. First, I'm going to begin by turning the heat off of the noodles, and we're going to leave the noodles to boil or to stay in the water just for about a minute while we get the stove top situated. So let's move that over there off of the. What we're trying to do is create some room, some space, so that we can transfer the broth to this bowl. Okay, again, we don't recommend that anyone try this. We're professionals here. We know we barely know what we're doing. All right, so we're going to use a spoon, like so. I'll try to do it here. Okay. And we're just going to try to transfer. All right, we're going to try to transfer the broth without including any of the. All right, so far so good. Look at that. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm nice with it, y'all. Uh-oh. Here we go. So, see, this is the reason why I'm doing it. So, this is so cumbersome. Is because, guys, I don't have the strainer. This is a new apartment for me, so I'm just, doing it with what I have, right? And if you want to do this at home, be aware, like, these ingredients were not cheap. I mean, well, the most expensive thing I purchased was a knife. I'll show you that knife in a second. All right, so the transfer is going pretty well. You see that? We still have plenty of the ingredients, the soy sauce, the midden, the shiitake mushrooms, the seaweed, and the tuna, the dried tuna, all of that. It's pretty much staying in the pot. So it's pretty good. All right. And the noodles are ready. Yeah, there we go. We have our broth. Now the noodles are ready to transfer. So maybe with a fork. We need a fork to transfer the noodles. All right. So now let's get to transferring these noodles. All right, those noodles are pretty al dente. Yeah. Again, we're not going for perfection here. We're just trying to get it done, y'all. So there we go. Do you need help? You got it, huh? Yeah, pretty much got it. We're almost finished transferring the noodles. See if I can get these over here like that. Alrighty. Okay, the noodles have been transferred, 100% transferred. So guys, this is basically the dish, but we need to garnish it. We need to add our garnish to it. So here come the shallots or the scallions. All right.
They're scallions.
All right. So here we go. All righty. Little something like that. Okay. All right, so that's it. I made some udon, right? And we're gonna taste it, and we're gonna see how I did. So we're finished, and now I'm going to try my concoction. All right, so got a pair of what is this? Chopsticks. All right, break these bad boys apart here. Okay, some chopsticks. It's hot. Ooh, that's really hot. All right. I'm gonna try to be very careful. All right. No, that's okay. All right, guys, here we go. Yeah, I'll definitely eat this. It's the broth is sweet. It's not savory. It's sweet. That's from the midden sake. And I forgot to add the meat. So I'm going to add some meat to this, and it's going to change it up a little bit. Also, the presentation is going to change. But I think it's delicious. I think it's tasty. I'm going to finish the bowl. So I'll show you the meat as I add it. But yeah, I did it. There it is. So peace. Yeah. All right, so I'm missing some meat, right? So I want to add some meat. And what you did not see us do is the boiled water, the water that we use to boil the noodles, okay? I transferred that water into the remnants of the broth. So we're not losing anything. We're not, wasting. We're not being wasteful here. So as that boils, all right, I'm gonna still get some of the flavor from those ingredients. I'm gonna dip the meat into that and then transfer it into my bowl. Now the way that we're doing this, yeah, it doesn't really work. It doesn't really gel. So yeah, don't do this. Don't try this method at home. But hey, don't be afraid to experiment. That's what this is about, because the noodles, the broth turned out very well. It's delicious, and I'm gonna enjoy my meal. So there you have it. But if you're interested in making, restaurant quality meals for, your family, then take some more care into what you're doing. But if you're trying to survive like me, then just give it a go, all right? And change your palate. Enjoy different types of meals, so peace. All right, I'm on the right path. I'm gonna do this again. The broth could be a lot more savory, and I need some more ingredients. So, that red spice? I'm gonna add that red spice to it to give it a little bit more oomph, but I can eat this for sure. Yeah. Okay, we're good. It's almost all gone. Their hands.
Oh, okay.
So we're just cleaning up the cutting board, putting all of the shallots or the scallions into this bowl. The question of the day is shallots and scallions. What are the differences between them? I'll do some post editing or whatever and get that answer. That's the question of the day.